Hi everyone and welcome to the HERON tutorial videos. I'm Tiziana Chiamone, the Jackson Training Manager. In this video, we'll show you how to set up and wear your HERON MS Twin. HERON MS Twin is a portable mobile mapping system, SLAM-based, composed of two laser scanners with an RGB digital camera enriched by a unique real-time algorithm to simultaneously localize and map indoor and outdoor areas. Let's start with a quick overview about the HERON MS Twin components. HERON is composed of a capture head with two LiDAR sensor, IMU and panoramic camera, a carbon fiber pole, a rugged backpack to transport the capture head and all the equipment accessories. The backpack is also equipped with a circuitry to power the battery. The battery for power supply is stored in the backpack shell. A control unit, several accessories like the control unit shoulder harness, 3 USB dongle keys, one for the HERON desktop software license, one for the Reconstructor software license, and the last one is an USB storage with a capacity of 64 GB for data transfer. And now, let's move to the assembly instructions. First of all, note that all the HERON MS Twin's components can be carried in a wearable rugged backpack. It's robust and compact. All the elements are stored into backpack pockets in the internal shell and in defined compartments into the main structure. Let's see in details what you can find here. The shoulder harness to support the control unit without hands, hooking it with 4 carabiners. The touchscreen control unit with 4 rings on the corners to connect the shoulder harness. A cable with circular connectors to link the capture head with the backpack. An USB cable to connect backpack and control unit. A shorter USB cable to connect the panoramic camera with the backpack. AC adapter to power supply control unit and battery, and relative cables are also present. A small box containing the USB software licenses. A carbon fiber pole to connect the sensor head with the backpack. 2 quick release connectors are at the ends of the pole. The battery for powering the sensor. On the top is the port to plug in the DC jack. The power button is on the side. A display shows the charger level in percentage, the voltage and the charging power in watts, unless a load is connected. Otherwise, the provided power will be displayed. Remember that the voltage must always be set to 12 volts. The capture head, including the IMU on the bottom, a panoramic camera on the top, and 2 laser velodyne PUC light 16 channels in the middle. They are oriented in order to cover different portions of space around you. In the bottom, a circular plug and an USB port are used to connect the capture head with the backpack. Protected by a cover, a spigot is used to connect the capture head with the support pole. Once the components were taken from the backpack, you can turn on the battery. Check the voltage is 12 volts and only after plug in the DC jack. Put the battery back in its place by keeping the power button down. Then close the backpack and start to assemble the system. It is recommended to keep the backpack in a safety place during assembling processing. On the top of the backpack case are located plugs and connector. In the center there is the spigot to connect the pole, and on sides there are the USB and circular ports to connect camera and capture head respectively through cables. The pole is chained to the backpack by pressing the quick release button, inserting it on the spigot and releasing the button. Similar process must be followed to connect the capture head to the backpack pole. Remember that dots must be aligned. The cable with circular connectors and the short USB cable are used to connect the capture head with the backpack. The longer USB cable is instead used to join the backpack side plug with control unit. Now you can easily wear the backpack. Make sure you get accustomed to the device maneuvering spaces as not to bump the sensor. Then fasten the waist belt. Wear the shoulder harness, keeping the longest arms above. Hook the control unit with 4 carabiners ring connections and adapt the length of the arms to your needs. Connect the longer USB cable to the plug on the side of the control unit. And now you are ready to take your acquisition. Remember to periodically erase data in the control unit. The control unit has a total capacity of 256 GB and the available memory to save data is approximately 150 GB. Also remember to correctly house all the components in the case at the end of your survey. Well, that's it for now, but feel free to check out some of the other HERON tutorials to learn even more about. Thanks for watching and enjoy your next 3D scanning adventure.